All right. So next up, we've got the Eagles versus the Patriots. Eagles versus Patriots. Ooh, what do you think here, Bobby?
Oh, I skipped my page too soon. Damn it.
So for me, Eagles Patriots. So we got Eagles Patriots going on that game. So the Eagles are 3.5-point favorites.
This one, I like the Eagles to cover, win, and I like the under in this one. I don't know. I got a sneaky feeling about the Patriots defense.
You and I are both in agreement on that.
We like
you and I are both in agreement on that. I got the same thing. Eagles to cover. Eagles obviously the money line, and then the under on that game, which was 45.
235.
Yeah, which was at 45. And the reason for that is one of the things. So the Patriots are 0-4 in the last, like I would say, 2 seasons against mobile quarterbacks, and so they're 0-4. So Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick, he is short of his defense to make sure he can handle and combat that. He's an evil genius. You know that.
They still don't have enough to get the win.
They don't have enough to get the win. But I feel like the under definitely could hit this 45. I can see that being because let's say 23-20. I mean, and that's what everybody has to think about. When you're putting these scores together, think about the score in your brain. 23-20. How unrealistic is that when you're placing a bet on the game? This is why we say we're placing every man bets. When you're dealing with these sharps and these guys that gamble every week, they're going for like $11 bet to win them $10, and they're putting $2 million on the game.
Yeah.
And that type of thing. And so we're not trying to do all that stuff because when you do that, you have no life.
I don't want to be sweating games.
Yeah, and not only that, we also want to enjoy our family and friends and loved ones and football on Sunday.
And they want to enjoy us.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't want to be trying to jump off a building because I lost one fucking football game. You know what I mean? So we're both in agreement pretty much on how that game's going to go there on that end. So for me, my fantasy player out of that game was Kendall Bourne. Kendall Bourne at 3,500.
I like that one.
The Patriots are really happy with the way Kendall Bourne looked and him and Mac Jones' chemistry coming in the offseason. And Bill O'Brien's back there because last year they fucked Mac Jones and gave him who was it? Matt Patricia? Matt Patricia, who never cost all offensive ever in his life. And Joe Judge was
somebody else.
There was nobody to switch it up to. It was Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. Yeah, Matt Patricia, that was the worst thing they could ever done to a second-year quarterback in that aspect. But Bill was doing Bill things and saying, fuck it, I'm the evil genius, I can make things work regardless. But either way, he brought Bill O'Brien back. And him and Mac Jones. Mac Jones actually taught Bill O'Brien the Alabama offense when Bill O'Brien did his rehab after leaving the Texans.
Really?
So there's a connection there. So I feel like there's going to be some Mac Jones productivity that's going to go very well there. And Kendall Bourne seems to be his guy that he likes to get the juice
with. I like that. Then I like Juju in that game.
You do?
I like Juju in that game. They lost Jacoby Myers this year. So, and then he's been their best wide receiver for two seasons.
Yeah.
I think Juju can step it up. He doesn't go for big long plays, but 10-yard, 11-yard average guy.
He's a good red zone target and all that type of stuff. And you're not going to see a bunch of acts from the Juju Bees on TikTok up in New England.
No, not up there. You're not.
You're not going to see the Juju Bees in New England
not
on
up there,
TikTok.